Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel. Now in this diagram, you've been told to determine the red area. So what is the simplest method of determining the red area of this given diagram? So you can see this is a rectangle. We have the angle of 90 degrees there. So the first thing we'll do is by labeling this rectangle, we can label it rectangle A, B, C, D. And you know, any length from the center to the circumference is a radius, meaning from D to this point, I can let that point to be E, is radius R. So from D to E is R, and if from A to E is 1, then it means from D to A will be R minus 1. Again, from D to this point at the circumference, if we let it to be point F, from D to F is the radius R. But you can see from C to F is 2, then automatically from D to C will be R minus 2. So if I join the diagonal from D to B, then the diagonal from D to B is from the center to the circumference, meaning that diagonal is the radius R. So if from D to A is R minus 1, then automatically from C to B will also be R minus 1. Now if you look at triangle CBD, that is a right angle triangle because this is a rectangle, meaning this angle here is 90 degrees. So triangle CDB is a right angled triangle. So we can apply Pythagoras theorem. The longest side DB squared is going to be equals to DC squared plus CB plus CB squared. So if you do the substitution from D to B, we've been given to be R, that is going to be R squared to be equals to DC is R minus 2. So that is going to be R minus 2 squared. Then it is plus from C to B is R minus 1. So that is going to be R minus 1 squared. So if you simplify this problem, we have R squared is equals to R minus 2 squared. That is a quadratic identity. So we use quadratic identity to expand that. You will get R squared minus 4R plus 4. Then again, R minus 1 squared is a quadratic identity. So if you expand that, you'll get it is plus then R squared minus 2R plus 1. Now, if you look here, this R squared on the left hand side of the equation will go with this R squared on the right hand side of the equation. So what do we remain with here? We remain with 0 to be equals to R squared, then minus 4R and minus 2R is going to be minus 6R. Then plus 4 plus 1 is going to be plus 5. So that is a quadratic equation. So we have the quadratic equation there is R squared minus 6R plus 5 to be equals to 0. So how do we solve for R? So let us solve this quadratic equation. Now the quadratic equation, you go to equations, that is number 5. We don't need to waste time using the quadratic formula, of course, you know that method. So quadratic equation is number 3. Then the coefficient of R squared is 1. In the calculator, R is going to be taken to be X. So R squared is going to be X squared in the calculator. Then R is going to be X in that order. So the coefficient of R squared is A. That is 1 is equals to, then the coefficient of R is negative 6 is equals to, then the constant term is positive 5, which is just 5. So R is in terms of X in the calculator. So what is the first solution? So the first value of X or R is 5. Then the next value of R is 1. So we found R has two solutions. So it means R is equals to 5 or R is equals to 1. Meaning if you solve this quadratic equation, you should be able to get 5 and 1. Then you check. If R is 1, you'll have 1 minus 1, meaning you have 0. So it means like we are saying the length AD is 0, meaning it does not exist. So it means R is equals to 1 is undefined. So R is automatically 5. So having found R to be 5, then it means the length from A to D is going to be 5 minus 1, which is 4. Then the length from D to C is going to be 5 minus 2, which is 3. So we have the length of the rectangle is 4 and the width of the rectangle is 3. So how do you find the red area? Now getting the red area is as simple as getting the area of the quadrant minus the area of the rectangle. Are the radius we found to be 5. So what is the red area? The red area is the area of the quadrant. Remember, the area of a circle is pi r squared. When it is a quadrant, you divide by 4. It is a quadrant because this angle was given to be 90 degrees. Then minus the area of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle is length times width. So if you do the substitution, r we found to be 5. So it is pi times r squared over 4 minus length is from here up to here we found is 3, the length of the rectangle, then times the width of the rectangle is from this point to this point, which we found to be 4. So what is the red area? So 5 squared is 25 times pi, that is 25 pi, then divide by 4, then it is minus 3 times 4 is 12. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the simplest means to find the red area of that given diagram. Thank you for watching and see you again in our next presentation.